What's up, guys? Welcome back to Redline Reactions. I'm Evan, and we are back yet again with more from The Warning. This is Hell You Call a Dream, live from the Pepsi Center in Mexico. I am obsessed with this band right now. Everything about them, the vocals, the music, the stage presence, the story, everything. It's incredible. And yeah, I've never heard this song before, but like many of you, I would assume that when it's done, I'm going to be asking myself, how is that possible? How could I not have heard this? So without further ado, let's get right into it. Every time. Ooh, that bass. Okay. I think our goal in life should be to always seek something or someone that is as much fun, that creates as much fun as Pau is having always when she's behind the drums. She's always just having a blast. Then she'll open her mouth and just be like, gah! But this is so much fun. This is so much fun. And also, I read all of your comments on the video yesterday about Ale and how she kind of mostly only sings lead if Dany's not feeling well, which is kind of nice. It kind of probably makes Dany feel pretty good, right? To always have a fallback plan. All right, let's go back. What's that with her tongue? Okay, so I've been listening for this for well, since maybe a third of the way through the song. Dany does this thing. I don't know I can't remember the official term for it, but it's like this low kind of rumble growl thing at the Christina Aguilera does it, right? At the bottom of her notes. She'll be like, "Hey, no other man," right? And it's like this intentional distortion and grit. But like Christina Aguilera, what Dany does, and this is the most important thing if you're going to make that sound, is her tone and her pitch of her singing voice, that stays at the forefront. Okay, that's the meal. The grit and distortion, that's the seasoning. Okay, because and it's such a narrow margin for error, because if you don't go hard enough, you lose it completely, right? And you might actually, lose your tone on your singing voice if you're just trying to do something ever so slightly, right? But on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you go too hard, then the grit and distortion becomes, the main event, and you don't want that, especially with this. And so like she's she's belting, and that little like chainsaw like growl is just sort of like an afterthought in the best possible way. It's great. We're going to go back just a little bit, just hear how she does it there. Listen to how her voice is, it stays perfectly, it flows perfectly. She doesn't like brace herself or take a breath or, put any extra force into it. And then that distortion and grit just kind of comes naturally.
And that's how you call a dream.
Beautiful.
Colliding every time. That chaos drives me wild like an animal. Just wanna breathe. Maybe I wanna become what I feel. And that's how you call a dream. Colliding every time. That chaos drives me wild like an animal. And it's how you call a dream.
Oh. Bro. What do you think I'm going to say? Like, there's like one of three things that I say in this situation, and you're probably right. Just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. I didn't know that I needed a band like this in my life. And on that last little, she kind of put a little bit more, and you could tell the difference, right? You could tell she was trying to make that the main character, as opposed to the tune that she had been making the main character for the entirety of the song. This is my, I think this is my second technically third song, second video from this show at the Pepsi Center in Mexico. And I'm kind of wondering, I know a couple of you in the comments have floated the idea, but I'm kind of wondering if I need to just watch the whole thing and react to the entire thing. Let me know if you want to see that in the comments. I mean, if I do, y'all better show up in force. I think my 7-year-old used computer might start smoking if I ask that much from it, but we'll see. Yeah, some of these, the riffs, and I'm going to say it again, like I did in my last video, the catchiness of a great rock band and the edge and rawness and heaviness of a great metal band. That's what they're combining. And the I do like how like with Evolve, it was, Dany first and foremost, but then you'd get like these big crowd moments with Pau and then the scream, right? And then in was it Dust to Dust, Pau kind of took more of a lead. Was that it? Or was it his? Yeah, and then Escapism, that just felt like, I think that was Ale and Dany, maybe a little bit from Pau, but they switch it up. And it's like, okay, you're a 3-piece band. How many options do you have? Well, a lot, apparently. A lot. And it's just so much fun. Like, you can't watch that and not be smiling. You can't watch that and just be like, wow, this is a bummer. No, it's great. And I'm so glad that people have turned me on to this, because we need music like this in our lives. We really do. So as I always say, tell me where to go next, right? Tell me where to go next. The entire Pepsi Center show, that will not be the next reaction. So please tell me if you want that, and then additionally what I should do in the immediate future. And I mean, a lot of people have said Enter Sandman the second time around from can't remember where it was done, but it was for the anniversary of the Black Album, Metallica's Black Album. Some people have said that. Some people have said choke. I think those were the two big ones, at least that are at the forefront of my mind. But yeah, let me know. Let me know. Blow up the comment section. If you've reached this far in the video, why not subscribe? All right. You've already committed this much time to me. I'll make it worth your while. Yeah, that's weird. But yeah. And then, yeah, I will see you guys in the comments. Have a great day.